Hello everyone, I'm Dionysis and we're here together with Orlando. Hello Orlando.
Hello, Dionysus.
And today we're going to expand on a topic we discussed on another video about equipment, what gets the job done versus the most expensive equipment, and we're going to focus a little bit on drones. Andy, as we have discussed, we prefer drones that get the job done instead of the high expensive tactical drones that people would suggest possibly.
Yeah, you're the drone guy. Just from what I've seen of drones in the drone industry, that small drone you've got, which is what, the DJI?
Which one, the smaller or?
The 300.
Mini special edition.
That is ample for, I would say, 90% of all taskings. For if we put that over to security, close protection, etc., and drones do an application for close protection, which we will be talking about in a forthcoming book when we get time to write it. But that €300, how much is that?
It's between 300 and 400 for extra batteries and all this stuff.
Okay, so say we spend €500 on a drone. That is ample to do everything you need. It doesn't have thermal. Yeah, if you're using thermal, that would be of use. Depends on your tasking. But from what I've seen, and I'm always thinking, okay, I'm always thinking of stuff getting lost, stuff getting damaged, stuff getting broken, etc. And in a lot of conditions, if you're throwing the drone up and it disappears or it lost, because you've lost a few drones, right?
Well, a couple.
When you were learning.
Yeah.
So again, I'm always thinking I would sooner I don't want to lose any money. If I lose €500, I'll be crying, but I'll be crying a lot more if I lose €5,000.
€5,000, yes.
And again, for some of the taskings we've been talking about for close protection, patrols, route clearances, checking routes, checking areas. Okay, that other drone, I've got the DJI, the small one.
You have Tello for learning purposes. It's fine.
But even for, as I said to you, doing a route selection or checking out an area that could be a problem. Okay, if you got somebody there that's going to take out the drone, smash the drone, etc., I'd sooner lose €150 or $150 than 5,000.
And it's better to lose a drone than your head because.
Yeah, and this is it. I'm always thinking you have to work out in your assessment for the job or assessment what you're going to be using the stuff for, the drones for. Okay, the thing could be damaged, it could be lost. Maybe on some jobs you want a disposable drone. Okay, you can check a route. If there's a problem, you've lost the drone. You know there's a problem.
The same way you would lose a camera or another piece of equipment.
Again, you need to check out a building. Okay, if somebody's in that building, it's easy for them to smash that drone or take that drone out. The drone's taken out, you know somebody's in the building. So this is where, from a commercial perspective, from our perspective, I would sooner use the cheap commercial drones that work for the job rather than using the high-end tactical stuff. And again, you got the military who have the British military, what do they got? The Black Hornet?
That's the US guys, isn't it?
That's US, British, but again, the Black Hornet drone, I think that runs $195,000. And again, that's military grade stuff, it's top. But again, we're not going to be spending $195,000 on a drone. We can do the same. We can do the same job with something for the fraction of the price that can get us the same results.
Yes.
So this is where, with everything, is looking at your budget and looking at, okay, what's the chances of us losing the equipment? And it's working to, rather than going top end and working down, I would say start from the bottom up and say, okay, this is cheap enough and it will do the job properly. And I think the thing is with drones, especially those DJI drones, they work fine. That Tallow, I think it's got a limited range of 150 meters or something.
Maybe even less than that.
100 meters. Again, for checking out areas, etc., that's fine. And again, if you lose it, such is life.
Yes.
And again, there's other drones out there like that DJI Mini that'll reach out a lot further. And I would say that's ample for most security close protection tasks.
Provided you know what your equipment can do, because everybody thinks of drones, but you have to take care, weather conditions, wind, stuff like that.
Sure.
But that is, knowing your tool and its capabilities.
That's part of the assessment.
Yes, because, many people don't really pay attention. They look at the tool and they think it's a magic wand. No, it's not a magic wand. It's not going to bring you coffee in bed at morning. It has its capabilities and its limitations. So, know the tool.
You mentioned something the other day. You've done a comparison between somebody done a comparison between
Tom Palmer's. Hello, Tom. You know, you will see him on an episode of my podcast. He made a comparison between, you know, a Belgian tactical drone made for specific purposes that, you know, the cost was something like $11,000. And his DJI avatar that he tweaked it and made his own modifications, and it was like something $900. And you know, the things they could do, they were pretty much similar.
Yeah, this is working with what you got.
Yeah.
Everybody, as I said in the other video, people want top-end stuff, it's sexy, etc. But if you can take a picture with a $10 camera, if you can take a picture with a $10,000 camera, it's the same thing. Same as I say about self-defense. If I stab you with a $500 knife, I stab you with a 99-cent knife, you know what? You're
gonna bleed.
You've been stabbed.
Yeah.
So it's working with what you got and knowing the capabilities. And again, these days, it's I think technology is going so fast that a lot of what people would dismiss as being the lower end stuff, going back how many years, is top quality.
And one more problem is that when you buy expensive stuff, you get attached to it. Because if you're going to buy a 10,000 euros drone, you're going to be too careful not to break it. No.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like stuff's going to get broken, stuff's going to get screwed up. And especially in the security business, especially if you're using it, stuff is going to get broken and damaged. So can it be repaired? Can it be fixed? Or do you have replacements? You could buy, okay, if you got 3 of those mini drones under $1,000, well, about 1,000, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'd sooner have 3 of those, because if one goes bad, we got backup, rather than we spend all our money on one drone and it's disappeared somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So, decide when you're going to do a job, decide the proper tools, don't spend all your money just to look fancy and cool. And that's all for today. If you like what you see, you can subscribe, you can comment, whatever, you know, all these things that people do on social media.
And there'll be a close protection drone security book sometime in the near future.
Do you know who's going to write it?
I think you got something to do with it, right? I got something to do with it as well. But
people will know when it's time for them to know. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye. Say bye.
Fuck off.
Don't say the F word.